any gun, but once you give him that AWP, it's like he hits another gear, and then he can just have such a huge impact on the map for his team. So now Skadoodle, where is he going to go to set up with this AWP? Is it going to be up on the plateau, or is he going to try and lurk around in A apartments, over in mid and connector? Like, where is he going to be deciding he has the best impact with the gun?
And is he going to have the freedom to do it as well?
Or not to be? No, okay, never mind.
I'm just wondering if he's going to have the freedom for it, because it really feels like he hasn't had. He's actually bottom fragging right now on the server, 7 kills, so not really far behind the rest of his teammates by any means, but still, we haven't seen that cut loose Skadoodle that just is allowed to, you know, take shot after shot. Vex have also been pretty good with the flashbangs and the smokes, which have made it a little bit more hard, but also Cloud9 keep buying so that he can't actually get the AWP. Now is a chance. It's not the best chance ever, but we'll see if they can make it work. It is currently 12-8 as we resume the game. See if Cloud9 can make some sort of crazy comeback here, or if Vex are actually going to edge them out, which it definitely feels like right now is what's on the menu.
Well, we already have the anti-rush nades going out on both sides, in fact. A little bit of damage, just a smattering done to nothing, and Pete. And then Vex, you know, they forced a couple nades out. They've done their job. There's the smoke. And again, nothing getting tagged up, but this is all very standard fare. Vex, though, everybody gathered up. They have no information as far as the push is concerned from Cloud9. They really are setting up for a full-out YOLO play here onto the B site, and Cloud9, they're in the perfect spot for this. They've got 4 players ready and waiting to greet them.
Smokes are raining in. They're dropping down into drop room as well, and nothing. He's on the bomb site. Shroud here trying to see if he can hide inside the smoke. They're right next to each other. This ridiculous Shroud holding down Mouse One. He's going to try and escape. He's doing the damage and nothing picking up a kill. But Pete will refrag instantly. Skadoodle trapped in the back lines. He's going to have to hit the shots or he will go down. Shroud picking up Rylands. Skadoodle is there. Takes one. Shroud with another headshot. And now it's down to Pete. 1 versus 3 and they're going to make it work. Shroud triple kill. Started off that round bouncing up against the Vexed players inside the smoke. That could have ended horribly. A very important round here. And it will go fit in the favor of Cloud9. And I've got to say, that back position for Skadoodle is so scary. These smokes that go down in the flashbangs, he can easily become isolated from his teammates, and there's not a lot of cover back there.
No, it's the, like you say, you know, that hut is paper thin. So you're always having to worry about just where it's going to be coming from. Or where the shots are going to be coming from.
Oh, 22nd round is coming up here. Vexed still able to buy. They've got money, but they've used all of it in this round, so they kind of have to make it work. Grubby is hiding all the way, or Grubby's hiding all the way out in the A courtyard, kind of like what we saw Hiko do on Liquid when they were playing on this map, just, you know, trying to see if he could stay back and wait for someone to come out, but nobody's playing aggressive right now on the Cloud9 side. Shortgaz is in the middle here with the P90. If someone could pop flash him in, Freakazoid is up there with the pop flash, so see if he can actually make it work. Spraying down one, Freak picking up a kill as well. Still a good trade for Cloud9.
Now there's the damage. Smoke going up on connector a little bit late. Rotation can come out here for Cloud9, but there's still plenty of time here for Vex. They still have a minute left on this clock. They don't need to commit to rotating the bomb out of here. Instead, they're going to count on Rollin to see if he can't, or no, not Rollin. Is it Furlan? It's Hyper.
Hyper hiding in the corner, and he takes down Shroud. If more people had been rotating through, that could have been really scary. It turns it back into a 3-on-3 right now. 35 seconds. Look how far back the bomb is. They need to get back in here. Hyper not exposing himself just yet, but where's that bomb at? Vexed really need some communication right now. They need to make up their minds, and some good in-game leadership here is called for. 20 seconds as they try and make their way back. There's 2 people still on this bomb site. This is a bit of a madness round coming out from the Polish side, but they're going to try and see if they can make it work. Hyper edging out the corners there, still on the site. Nothing going to pick up that well. Freakazoid picking up the kill. And now bomb, all that's left. It's not going to work out. Freakazoid with the triple kill. And as you saw there, the last player went down. 5 seconds was left. So I think that's when, if you're the captain of a team like this, I think you can get into a mode of thinking where you get stuck trying to figure out what the optimal decision is, and instead you end up making no decision, and that's almost even worse here. So
especially when you, I mean, I said there was a lot of time. That's when there's 55 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, okay, you have a little bit of time for discussion, but when you start getting to that 30-second mark, you need to go. You need to get onto that site and give yourself a chance to deal with these kinds of crossfire situations. That's just going to take time.
They were probably also hoping that Hyper's presence in middle would force Cloud9 to come and look for him and maybe make another mistake. But when Cloud9 just stood still and waited for a long time, at some point Vex had to sort of make their own choices.
Yeah, that's very well done.
Now we have to move, and they never did, so... Well, Sean in the middle here with the P90 again. Get Right's going to be happy.
Yeah, hard eco though for Vex. So I mean, P90, he's just going to farm up some money. Unlike other SMGs, though, with the P90, you only get $300, so it's not a huge cash grab. Shroud, instead, though, is going to be plenty happy if they come charging into him, because he's getting $600 a pop there. Nicely done by Shroud. This is just going to build confidence here for Shroud as well. This is really going to give him... I mean, he had such a slow start in the first half. He needs to get these anti-eco frags. It's always a feel-good moment where you're just like, yeah, you know, three kills, you know, that's right. And then when the rifles come into play, bam, you're already ready to hit those headshots.
Let's be honest, when Shroud really gets up and running, he could definitely be the difference maker in a match like this. So see if it's going to be the case. He does go down, and Sean just rolls through the P90 and picks up the kill there. So it will be 12-11, and Cloud9 close to equalizing here. Orp on Skadoodle. They're also starting to stack up on the Molotovs and everything else. So it's looking progressively better for Cloud9.
And this is the moment of truth now, Vexed. Do you let Cloud9 tie things up, or do you proceed to try and break their economy again? Because now Cloud9, after such a solid anti-eco round, they have a decent bank. They can afford to buy up again if they lose this round. Vex needs to start winning those consecutive rounds. And, well, we saw what happened yesterday when they went over onto their T side on this map. They struck. Well, they didn't get a single round. So right now, Vex, they're off to the strong start in the second half. Now, can they actually bounce back here after Cloud9 have done a whole lot of work against them? They've spread out more across the map right now, Vex. They've tried to perhaps draw a little bit of attention over towards that B site, but still great nade control here from Cloud9. They didn't feel the fear. They didn't feel the threat over on B, so they still have a great nade count going into the rest of this round.
Sean waiting in that middle area. Not really too much aggression on the Cloud9 side, and I mean, you can do some great pump flashes down the middle, especially when Sean is this close. I wish they would try and go for it. With Freakazoid up in the back lines here, especially with the smoke just fading. If you pop a flash in right there, there's the flash from Freakazoid. Are they going to try and check behind it? Sean is running in. He's not going to overcommit, which I don't mind. He's actually going to try and see if he can get himself in, and he takes out Hyper. Really smart move, I think, from Cloud9. A little bit of aggression, and now they can play safe again.
But it was only one man, and we already see that Freakazoid actually starting to work his way back towards B. They didn't get a whole lot of information out of that. 30 seconds left again for Vex. It's all or nothing now for them. Smokes and flashes going up, and this is it. The execute comes through, but Sean Garris picks up 2 kills, and he could get a 4th. He does, in fact, do it. 4 kills with the P90. He might get robbed of the ace here, but I think Sean, yeah, he's going to go hunting for it. Of course he has to, but what a round from the in-game leader for Cloud9. Sean Garris with the P90 just doing work.
I mean, this is definitely like a mentally a different Sean Garris from what we're used to seeing. He's taking some fights that he wouldn't always try and take, and he's also winning a hell of a lot of them right now. I would question his second peek into middle. I know he had a Molotov up in the doorway like that, but it is dangerous trying to peek like that. If he dies down there, then it gives some space, but triple kill and eventually, well, the quad kill, but the triple spray down at the end there was just beautiful. 12-12, and the money for Vex is not good, but they're going to try and force it anyway. They're down and drop. They're charging in. Sean Garris trying to see if he can hold it up. He's got some help from Shroud. Double kill for him, and now this push is kind of evaporating for Vex. They need some quick kills, and Hyper and Rallen are going to give them a couple, and nothing with the return. Freakazoid up here, just taking care of business. Just Hyper left in a 1 versus 3, and he's trapped in the middle of all of them.
Yeah, he's going to have to deal with that triangle right now. Walks out into the crossfire, does take out 1 for nothing. So I mean, that will have a little bit, you know, just a little bit of an impact on Cloud9's money. But that's not ideal here. It is going to be the full buy here for Vexed, or at least as close as it can get. But now it looks like it's Vexed. It's their turn to go for the pause here, Anders, to go for that tactical pause and start considering what they need to be doing here on their T side. So you've already mentioned the fact that you don't feel like, you know, CT side timeout, it's a little bit more of a tricky business to really get the value out of it. But on the T side, what do you think is going to be happening here for Vexed?
Yeah, that's such a difficult call. I mean, actually, what they just did is something that we brought up earlier, which is that A split through drop, even though they didn't really have, they all sort of went through drop, but they could do a variation of that, especially now that they've seen it's possible. You know, maybe just try something similar, except with rifles. It's definitely doable, and I would say, instead of maybe just rushing it, go a little bit slower, but then have someone come up middle as well. That's definitely, I think, a way to play it. The other thing that they haven't really been doing too much is like the full smoke execute on that B bomb side. That has been fairly popular. Get the bomb down and just try and see if you can make that work.
There has to be a whole process throughout the round for that kind of situation, though, right? I mean, they have to be able to push out onto the plateau, force some nades out of Cloud9, you know, put the pressure on, but then also, you know, show their presence over at A before they can kind of wrap back around towards that B site for a full execute. I mean, there's like a process that needs to happen if it's not just an all-out YOLO rush, right? So I'd love to see that kind of play coming out from Vexed, a real thorough approach to it, rather than the hesitation that we seem to be seeing from them right now. I think that's the main thing, is the confidence. And after the beating they took yesterday from Fnatic, you can probably believe that this is going to be, you know, like it's in the back of their heads still.
I do like the YOLO rush though.
YOLO rush is where it's at, no doubt.
It's close to my heart. Cloud9 have somehow ended up back in the lead here, 13-12, and after a tactical timeout from Vexed, we'll see what they can come up with. Skadoodle gonna take down one, nothing is here, he almost drops Rallen, but he's gonna get fragged, and Skadoodle goes down. Groovy with the refrag here, it's looking good for Vexed now. 4 versus 3, if they can just get that bomb plant, but one goes down, Rallen is very low on health, and they're practically lined up for Shroud. This is dangerous. Sean picks up one with the Molotov, another headshot comes in, Freakazoid is there, Sean goes with a triple kill, and that's gonna be Cloud9 back to 14 rounds. Great retake, never giving Vexed any chance. They get the bomb down, yes, but they have no chance to actually get into any kind of position. Nice job.
That was just the straight up YOLO rush. So we got one of our wishes, I guess, right? You know, okay, we haven't really tried the all-out rush just yet. Let's see if we can make it work. Sean, man, great control from him, even with these smokes going down. Also, you know, great uses of the flash coming out. I mean, great use of the flashes from Cloud9's part. They literally burned a guy alive. He was just blind. He never even saw he was standing in a Molotov. So, I mean, a lot of things working out there for Cloud9 on the retake. But Cloud9 now, they're the ones with all of the confidence. Vexed, because they've lost so many rounds in a row at this point, they can go for a full buy after that bomb plant, but it's not going to get any easier. And now, this is it. It's crunch time. Can Cloud9 get up onto match point?
And this is where experience becomes a really, really important thing. Like, the pressure is always big when you're playing at a major tournament, but now Vexed is just a couple of rounds away from being eliminated, and they've got to step it up here, and that's where you've got to try to be in this position at least a couple of times so you can sort of know how to emotionally deal with it and keep your focus in the game. And I think that's something the Polish side here is going to really have to work on now. No mistakes from here on out.
No, exactly. They can't afford it. They have 3 smokes, a handful of flashes. Sean Gares, no joy this time. He gets caught by Hyper, so there's 1 kill over on the A side. But they have pushed 2 players into drop now, and Shroud, he has to be aware of it, exactly. Closing off that angle, really trying to make the odds favor him. There's the pop flash in, but they turn away. Follow-up flash, though, and the spray down from Shroud. Double kill for him and drop, and that forces Vex to fall back and try and change up their angle. They're going for the A site with 30 seconds left.
A big win there for the Canadian player, and it's going to be up to Hyper and Groovy left here. I mean, I love the fact that Hyper didn't get caught by that pop flash again, because it's the same one they tried to do earlier from Cloud9, and this time it didn't quite work. Shroud jumping once, and a good jump as well, just getting him some bit of information. Bomb is down here, and Hyper, last man left, going to go down to nothing, and also no time left. It is match and map point here for Cloud9, 15-12. They've come back into this game in a big way. It took a 5-round win streak on the second half here for Vexed before Cloud9 finally stepped it up, and now they're up to, what, 7 rounds in a row? Yeah, that is
exactly
scary.
Now it's exactly what happened to Vex yesterday. Except the Vex this time around, they got the pistol, so they got a bit of an easier start, and they were able to do some work. But then once Cloud9 figured out what needed to happen, Vex just don't seem to be able to deal with it. 3 rounds separate these teams. Vex need these 3 to take it to overtime, and Cloud9 are now on match point, and again, nothing. Straight up onto plateau, and this time it doesn't work out for him. Hyper again, first kill of this round.
Catching nothing a little bit early then, so really good job. Hyper seems to be playing his part right now. Bomb still very far back, and Vexed, they know they have the advantage, and they really don't want to give it up for nothing. Here. traditionally, the stack, if there is one, is going to be towards the B side of the map. So I don't blame Vexed for thinking that maybe we could find a way into A here. Freakazoid right now the closest one by, I think, where Sean is probably going to get smoked off. So Freakazoid might actually be alone in this situation.
Yeah, excellent peek there by Freak as well. He got all of the information. Already the rotation coming through now from Cloud9. They know that the bomb is here. Freakazoid out in the open though. Big risky play from him, and he gets caught. And Sean, no impact. He actually gets run over. Groovy with the double kill. So it's going to be down to Shroud and Skadoodle, and this is a bit too much to ask of them. 2-on-4 situation. Hyper turns away. Ska misses the shot. Shroud is there though, brings it back. And now we're into a 2-on-3. Bomb is planted though, in Cloud9. Do they know just how much damage has been dealt to Vex? That Groovy's sitting on 1 HP right now.
I'm not sure if they realized quite. Great round from Vex though, and Groovy especially taking down Sean in that corner was huge. And Shroud and Skadoodle, they should just be backing up and saving what they've got here. Shot not going to kill Groovy, and he's down to 1 health. In fact, what ridiculous nonsense is this? And Shroud is going to go down. Rallen just getting the shot through the doorway. Pete wants to pick up something. I'm not going to be successful in stealing that AWP away. 15-13 and moving into the 29th round. If it goes to overtime, I don't know if there's any predicting who will win it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it could really go either way at this point. I mean, we always say the experienced team should be favored in this case, but
Cloud9 would be devastated if they don't close out the game here.
Exactly.
Like, that would be so upsetting to them. So look at this shot.
I mean, Groovy, this round, that was his round right now. I mean, in just of all the times for an individual performance to come to the fore to make the play, that was a perfect time for it. Hyper eating a lot of nade damage going out onto Plateau, but he made it through the smoke. He does manage to at least spot out a little information there. Again, Vex just trying to draw some attention, but Skadoodle, he just sits here on this site, and there it is. From upskirt, he manages to pick off Hyper. So man advantage now for Cloud9 in this, yet again, the second match point.
A very fine job indeed. Relatively simple kill, but it definitely does matter. And if they don't hear any more presence over at Plateau, that's also an indication of a very, default strat almost on the terrorist side, which is send one guy lurking out on Plateau and then the rest of the team does something else. So if Cloud9 were a little bit adventurous, they might try and just see if they could at least hear anyone or maybe force something with a couple of grenades. In the meantime, the clock here is actually working quite heavily against Vexed. 40 seconds left, trying to make it on it. There's still 2 Molotovs, 2 HE grenades, and a bunch of flashbangs on Cloud9's side, so they can slow down these pushes a lot.
This time Vex at least have some nades to work with. And there we go. Smokes, flashes going out. Freakazoid taking up that passive angle. He's going to be facing, and Pete is gone. But Rollin, he takes out Sean Garris. In the meantime, Freak drops right into Groovy's waiting arms. And now this is starting to get a little bit scary. 2-on-2. Furlan up on the site. But again, 50 seconds, and it's not going to be enough. The bomb gets dropped. Scott with the last frag. And Cloud9, they lock down the map. 16-13 in the end. Cloud9 will move on to the elimination match, and Vex will be going home. The first team here as well.
Very, very good job from Cloud9, keeping their cool, ending up winning, was it 8 or 9 rounds in a row? I think 8 or 9 rounds there. So very, very good job, and that's going to be a big victory and a big relief for them, obviously.
This is everything. I mean, so much weight on their shoulders. They've been touted as the best in NA for so long, and online they have done work. I mean, it wasn't since the summer that we've really seen them have high impact on LAN, but they have been showing good results coming into this major, and so now, and the question is whether they can carry that on into a best of 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be important. And with the kind of slip-ups they had just in this one match, you've got to be worried. There's a lot still to work on, obviously, for Cloud9 and Vexed. You've got to feel like, I would have loved to see them on a different map than Cobblestone, just to see what that would have been like, because that terrorist side of theirs is still lacking a couple of things. And I mean, they were so close, once again, so close to doing it. And the first time they were so close to doing it against what, Fnatic? That's also mad, isn't it?
It's got to be very frustrating for Vex. I mean, they don't have the highest hopes, but they came into this and they still had an impact. But it is going to be up to Red Eye now to figure out just what's on Nothing's mind from Cloud9.
Thank you very much. John, hello, how you doing?
You know.
You know, okay. Let's talk through the match a little bit, because there were some moments in there where things weren't going very well. 12-7 down, tactical timeout. What's going through the minds of your players?
I mean, losing some of those key rounds on T side, that eco round when we went B. I mean, it's one of those things where you're playing a team where you have more experience than we say, okay, stay in it. I mean, it's the cliche things you hear normally, you know, it's try to win, try to stay in it. And, you know, we played through it well, and big rounds from Shroudy and Ryan and everyone to keep us in it, so yeah.
What about your personal performance? How do you rate it?
I was a little...
You're always very critical of yourself, but generally, how do you feel you're playing right now?
I felt good before the tournament. Right now, I felt a little shaky. I have an excuse there. A couple rounds, I don't know if you saw, I look at the ground, I'm like, my mouth's spazzing out. I'm thinking I'm killing people and stopping shooting, so I just got to focus up and get ready for Friday or tomorrow.
How much of that is in your mind sometimes? Because I know that you're a passion player. You play with what you feel, and if things don't feel right, how does that affect you?
No, a lot, and you know that's why people hear me joking about meditation and stuff a lot, because it is key for me to like get out of my head, and you know everything is in the preparation. If you're not ready come tournament time, you're probably not going to be ready. So yeah, just gotta do what we know we can and stay clear-minded. Yeah.
Vexed, good team, obviously dangerous team as well. You knew that going into the game. So what were your preparations going into it?
We kind of felt like it'd probably be Dust 2 or Cobble versus them based on what they like to play. And we watched their game yesterday, of course, and that was pretty much most of the preparation we had.
Cobble was popular this time round.
Yeah, definitely.
Plans for the rest of the day? What are you going to do? You going to relax, chill out now?
Yeah, the jet lag still making me tired around 8 p.m. So I'm going to go back, get some food, and talk about, you know, matchup. Fnatic and Luminosity play in a couple hours, right? So watch that game.
Any predictions between that one? That's Fnatic running away with it, isn't it?
I mean, you would say so, right? You would think so, but Luminosity, the Brazilians always come with a lot of passion and a lot of heart, so it should be a good game.
Thanks very much, Jordan. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing. Take care. And we are headed to a very quick break, but when we come back, don't forget, we do have the incisive minds of the Intel analysis desk. We'll see you in a few.